Smiley, Joy Reid, MSNBC, all these beta males, the hyenas of America, the ones that want your scraps. Y'all have seen those nature films about Africa, right? How hyenas walking around, their head up and down. You know how they sound, laughing hyenas. And how the lions just hold them in contempt. Every time the lion see one, they try to kill it. I know how the lion feel now. You know, I know exactly how that lion, he see a hyena and just look at him and say, boy, if I get my hands on you, I'm going to just rip your throat out. And the lion, and hyenas walking behind the lion all the time taking his scraps. Find a carcass and eat. Well, they won't hunt unless they find like a little weak child in the herd that they can take advantage of, or somebody that's wounded. They're the cowards of the savannah. And that's how most Democrats are, especially black Democrats, especially black men. We won't walk around here strutting, talking about how hard they are. Be the first one in the snap line. First one want to talk about what they can't do. Man, the white man got me held down. Can't nobody hold me down, man. No white man, no black man, Asian man, or Jewish man. I'm oppressed. Yes, you are oppressed because you're stupid. You admitted your stupidity when you say you're oppressed, you dumbass. I'm sorry. I'm a victim, man. I'm a victim. I am not a victim because my father sits on the throne, so how can I be one? And these men in the Democratic Party parrot this continuously. They never stop. All the time, every day, saying it over and over and over and over again. Telling you what you can't do. Telling you about your weaknesses, about your flaws. Whispering in your ear, as Satan does all the time, telling you what you can't do. I remember the day, about a year ago, that I was getting ready to go and do a speech at World Overcomers Church in Memphis, Tennessee. So one of the largest black congregations in the world, and of course it's in Memphis in the South, so you know it's in the inner city too. So you know that most of the people in the congregation are Democrats. And Alton Williams, great man of God, invited me to come down and do this speech. He asked me would I do it. I said, it would be an honor, sir. So I told Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity about my opportunity. I told them I was going to speak in front of about 10,000 black Democrats in Memphis, Tennessee, about 5 miles where Martin Luther King Jr. got shot. And he and Sean started taking bets on how long I'd be alive up there on that stage. And I told them, don't worry about me, I'm going to be fine. I know my people. And so Tucker let me know, he told me, he said, Ben, don't you know this is the largest black congregation, almost entirely black congregation, that a conservative has ever spoken to. It hadn't dawned on me. He said 10,000 black people in one place that are all Democrats. This is not a black Republican convention, Vince. This is a Democrat black crowd. If you pull this off, it's going to be historic. Might change a lot of minds, might change everything. And I said, yeah, Tucker, I know. He said, good luck. That morning, I stayed with my sister Sylvia that night before I went. And my whole family came down to watch this speech. Even my father came down. Daddy is older now. He was in a wheelchair. Daddy came all the way from Brownsville to watch me do this speech at 10 o'clock in the morning. And my brother and sisters-in-law all came up to watch this speech in front of World Overcomers, knowing that it was going to be historical. And I had gone through a real rough patch in my life during that time. It was just coming out of it, and it was rough. And I knew that I was going to, if I failed at what I was doing, that was going to set me back and probably destroy me. But if I did well, that my future was going to be extraordinarily brighter. That morning that I got up to deliver that speech, and I went into the bathroom to prepare myself, the devil got into my head, and everything that I had failed at in my life came into my brain. And he was telling me that because you have failed at these things before, that you were going to also fail at this. Yeah, that's what he does to you, doesn't he? He gets into your head. And once he gets there, everything else is gone. He destroys you. And doubt sets in. Panic sets in. You'll make a fool of yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. You're going to get booed. People are going to run you out of the church, going to run you out of Memphis. You're going to be a laughing stock. It's going to be on television. Father, your sisters, your brothers, everybody's going to see you ridiculed. You're walking into a lion's den, boy, and they're going to rip your black ass apart. And nobody's going to be there to save you. But I said, yeah, but God's going to be there. And I said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Walk into that dark room, believing there's going to be light on the other side. And I went there that day, I gave my speech. And you can see it on my YouTube page. And the people gave me a great reception. I got about 4 or 5 standing ovations throughout the whole speech. My people! My people! Everything went better than it could be expected. At the end, Alton Williams, such a gentleman, he wrote a check to me and my family and told us to go have dinner on him. And we went and we all celebrated. And after that, my life and my career and everything became exponentially better. And to this day, God has opened every door and I walk through every one. My people, America is an amazing place. It is a land of opportunities, a land of dreams. But every blessing God bestows on you, you must receive. If someone walks up to you and tells you that you have $10 million in the bank, and you say, yeah, man, you walk around. And you walk around for the next 20 years with holes in your shoes because you never believed it was there. And when you die, somebody said, man, Daddy got $10 million in the bank. You never believed it was there. It's the devil putting down in your brain. God has equipped you with everything that you need to be successful in this country. You have to receive it and believe it. Once you receive it and once you believe it, you will be unstoppable. How do I know? Miracles happen in my life every day. My brothers and sisters and my children are living the lives that we dreamed of. These weak-kneed, lying, no good, perverted, Marxist, anti-Christian, bigoted, ICE Democrats. They are the greatest enemy of America. They are the enemy of mankind, and they are the enemy of God. If you want to see evil in true and a living color, turn on MSNBC, turn on CNN, go watch whatever streaming service or homepage the Congressional Black Caucus has. Watch the LGBTQ pride movement. Watch the climate change people. Watch the abortion people in Planned Parenthood. Watch the illegal immigration people. They all rest their heads under one banner, and that is the DNC, the evilest institution in the history of the world. A cabal of murderers. It's a slaughterhouse. It's a destroyer of mankind. If you're with them, turn away from them. If you're not with them, not only keep away from them, but help me destroy them and defeat them. And I'm going to keep beating this home and beating this home because I'm here to wake you up. And I hope I did you some good today. So come join me again for another edition of the Vince Everett Ellison Show. All right, friends, Vince Everett Ellison is here. I want you to go to my website. And on my website, you're going to see a lot of great stuff, man. You're going to see that we got T-shirts, we got caps. You got my books, my documentaries. You got all kinds of stuff on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Go there. We're dropping new T-shirts. We're dropping new merchandise. My new book, The End of Tolerance, is there. The End of Tolerance. Make sure you get it. Make it #1. If you got my first 3, get The End of Tolerance. It's just as good. And it's telling us we have to end our tolerance with these leftists, these Democrats. We can no longer allow them to sexually groom our children. We can no longer allow them to castrate little boys and call them little girls, run God out of the public square, take away our guns, take away our sovereignty. No longer allow it. So go on VinceSpeaksTruth.com. That is VinceSpeaksTruth.com. Hit merchandise. You'll see the T-shirts. You'll see the caps. You'll see the books. You'll see the documentaries. You'll see it all. And let's keep this ball rolling. God bless you.